All right, so we are here for another From the Soul. This time we are with the artist HolySmokes, and she asked, "Why'd you choose me?" So I'm gonna let y'all know. She's an amazing artist. We're still new and connecting with each other, but through our short term of knowing each other and building with each other thus far, I'm a visionary, so I can see, something amazing, happening with this artist and see where they building, and just knowing that they really jumping in, getting into it. I feel like this is somebody that the world needs to know. So if it can't be just me, it can't be just Soul Society. It's whoever's following Soul Society, whatever networks we got, we need everybody to know what's going on with the people we connect with. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about us. We just an entity. You know what I'm saying? To work with people like you. So this is HolySmokes. Tell us a little bit, where'd you get this name from?
Well, they call me HolySmokes or Breakthrough Chicken.
Yeah.
Let's say, when I could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would put it. Anything I put my mind to, I can do it. It doesn't matter if you think it's hard or if this person thinks it's easy. I'm going to still try to do it, and I'm going to succeed at it.
Right.
So whenever I perform or when I dance or try to sing, because I can sing a little bit, and I can rap, people like, "Holy smokes, dang, I didn't know you could do that." So,
Word.
yeah.
That's dope. Where you from?
I'm from Maple Hill, North Carolina.
What's it like out there?
Maple Hill, it's whole family oriented. We all about each other. We support each other. We down for one another. But one thing about Maple Hill is we're stuck in this era, in this times where we don't see what's outside of Maple Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what I'm trying to do. Trying to, put us out there on the map, try to let them see that, hey, some of the stuff that we do in Maple Hill is not what life is all about. You know what I'm saying? So.
What has, that foundation of growing up in that area, you know what I'm saying, with, all that mixture of things going on, the family oriented things and everything, how has that developed you? It
developed me. It taught me how would I say this? Strive, not deprive. So keep striving. Whatever anybody says, don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, you're still going to make it. As long as you put your mind to it.
What are you passionate about?
Passionate about God.
About God.
Definitely.
Tell me about that. What's that passion like for God?
It's like I want to lead like him. I want to be a leader. I want to follow in his footsteps. That's exactly what I want to do. When it comes to, if I could show people who God is through my art, I would.
Do you feel like you're already doing that?
I can feel it. I feel like I need to put more of his works into my works.
How do you do that? What do you mean by putting his works into your works?
I would say bringing a message to the people to let them be inspired of who he is.
What's that message look like? What's that message?
How would I describe it? I would describe it as if I was to put it on a canvas right now, it would be a mixture of colors, some, I would say, descriptive Bible verses, and I would let the picture match the Bible verse.
Do you have a favorite verse?
Let's see.
Or a verse that you always think of?
No, but I do have a favorite ending in my prayers.
Okay, a favorite ending?
A favorite ending in my prayers.
Okay, I've never actually heard of. That's new. So, as an artist, what do you want to what do you see creating for the world? Because a lot of times as I look at different things the artists have done, and some have I went to school to be an architect, but I started painting on canvas, and then I started creating these other amazing things, and now their art is now not just art; it's buildings that we have today. What kind of things do you see bringing? Or could you see yourself being a contributor to the world like that of art?
Well, with me, I want to go past canvases. I want to go past digital art. So what I want to do is I want to do more of interior design, more of wall decor, just creating everything that I could that I see fit in a building or in your house, especially.
What other things do you do under the umbrella of art?
Dance.
Dance. How long you been dancing?
I've been dancing all my life. Stepping, African culture dance. I remember my dance teacher, Mr. Vincent, rest in peace, but he was the main one who realized my gifts and my talents.
Do you remember anything inspiring that he said to you that helped you to realize that?
Oh, I know an action that he did. We was at this this African American cultural dance concert in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I forgot what the building is. It's one of their major theater buildings. And I was scared. I didn't want to go out on stage. It was like a freestyle session where everybody was just going crazy. He was like, "Brittany, go on that stage." I said, "No, I'm not going." You know me, like I said, how y'all be trying to set me up, but that's okay. No, I'm not going. So then he just pushed me out there and something took over me. I don't know what it was, but from then on, I've just been doing my thing. I was part of Models Going Mad. Shout out to Livingstone.
Okay.
We model, we dance. My best friends were dancers. They was in not Scarlet Lace. I forgot what they called them now. Well, Honey Bears, that was the original name. So they taught me what I needed to know. Shout out to them.
Okay.
And another thing that I found as art is theater. I'm an actress as well, so I like to do plays. I was part of Sister Act, Alex in Wonderland, Grease.
So, as an actor, is there a specific role you see yourself, like, can you see yourself playing, like, in a film that's
I
out
want to
today?
do a film that's like Kevin Hart. Funny. That's all I like.
Like, what kind of role would you be, like, comedic as well, or would you just be, like, do something that's totally different?
I would be a comedic, like Tiffany Haddish. She ready, okay?
You ready?
She ready.
Word. So, have you written anything that you would, like, could see projected out?
All of our shows, not all of our shows, but when I was the vice president of Models Going Mad, I wrote. It included acting, acting and dancing mainly. We did this show called American Horror Stories, but we put more of our dancing in that. And I looked up all the music, I did all the positions. I wouldn't mind creating my own theater play as well.
What was the favorite play of yours that you've done or acted in?
Alice in Wonderland.
What made that such an amazing experience?
Because I was the boss. I was the diva. The caterpillar, I was the caterpillar, and I was the diva.
I dig it. Do you have a favorite movie?
My favorite movie? The Apocalypse.
Why that?
Because it's more action than talking, and it's more about, have you seen the movie Apocalypse?
Nope.
No, it's this tribal man, and what he's doing is he has a son with him. So he's basically protecting his son to get him out of the war zone, because there's a whole tribal war going on. There's basically no words. I mean, there are words, but you can't understand.
Oh, okay, yes. I have seen it. You gotta read, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the entire thing. Matter of fact, I think we didn't even have, but yeah, it's a dope movie. Okay, could you see yourself playing one of those roles? Because that's not the boss or a diva.
I gotta lose some weight first. They do a lot of running.
I mean, yeah. So, where do you see this world? What is your view on the world at the moment?
My view on the world at the moment? Man, honestly, I feel like my view on the world is kind of heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. Right now, we're going through some tough times. Very tough times. And I feel like what we need to do is we need to stand strong, we need to stand together, we need to pray. Because the way we're going, I don't know how much longer we have before the world ends.
Do you see unity being a real thing to actualize?
If we put our mind to it, yeah, but in reality, nah.
Wow. So what does hope, what does faith mean?
Faith? You gotta work. Faith means, I would say, working towards something. Striving for it. You can't just say you have faith and not work towards what you want. Can't do that.
What are some things, that we could like really do right now? You know what I'm saying? In the moment to like start to help our situations?
Right now,
That's really like feasible, really tangible. You know what I mean? Like that people can really do like in the moment to help.
realize what we going through, actually see it for what it is. Get off of social media, quit trying to follow social media. Tune into the news every day or every morning like our grandmothers and our grandfathers used to do.
So how do you feel about technology?
Technology, we don't need it. You don't need it. Yesterday I was so mad at Facebook. I was like, I'm really about to delete my Facebook because only thing I see is people putting down people or people trying to be like others. There's no news. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing about our people. Nothing about our culture.
We gotta
history
create our
lessons.
own. And I think that could be like one of the benefits that we have of technology. Is the ability to be able to exchange information and knowledge, you know what I mean? And hopefully find that unity. Like it's been able to bridge us to international connections, you know, that we may have. You know what I'm saying? It's had its pros and cons, you know, like a lot of things. But I think we can really build if we utilize it, you know what I mean, from an economic development standpoint as well.
You know, a lot of people try when they have a lot of audience. When some people don't have audience, they don't like trying.
That is very true. What keeps you going when you don't have an audience?
Well, when I don't have an audience, at the end of the day, I know somebody's going to see what I put out there, and it's going to inspire them. So as long as they see it and they're inspired, that's all I have to worry about.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? Myself.
How have you been able to find inspiration in just pure self?
What I've been through.
So what about that? Like what experiences from that made you such the person that could look into yourself? Because sometimes people have these experiences that you would feel like yo, I came through this. You know what I'm saying? Like I can push myself. Everybody doesn't have that. What about it like gave you that strength?
Whatever I've been through, I had to think of it like this. It's just a learning lesson. Do better than what you did before.
Do better than what you did before. So, all right, I was having this discussion with somebody. Somebody said the phrase, what if you knew better, you would do better. Some said it doesn't. It's void because people always know better and never do better.
Yeah, I mean, of course we know better. Of course our parents gonna tell us what we should do or what we would do or what we shouldn't do, I would say. I had this discussion with my father last night. He said, B, you know what? You told me to stay out your business. I said, Dad, I didn't say that. I said, I'm not going to learn it your way. I'm not going to learn it my uncle's way, my mother's way, my grandmother's way. I can't do what y'all tell me to do all the time because at the end of the day, I'm going to have to learn by myself. You got to learn yourself.
Yeah, experience is one of the greatest teachers. Are there any artists that you would like to collaborate with?
Any artist? I love Pastel Renee. She is so beautiful and she is so talented. I also want to collaborate with Michael Joy. She's from the Jacksonville area, Wilmington area. She told me that you are so talented to be self-taught, and I really take that quote to heart.
With your talent in art, as in just the visual art, you know what I'm saying, your film and your dance. How do you see combining those? And it's making me think about like what your favorite movie, you know what I'm saying, again, because I look at movies different now, you know what I'm saying, that I've been just getting into other artistic things and looking at photos and seeing how different things can look. How can you see collaborating? I mean, putting all of those talents together to create something.
You know what? I think that's when body art comes into play. That's when body art comes into play.
Like as in?
Painting on your body. You know, let your body be my canvas. Stuff like that. And then collaborating the music with it as well. And the dancing. You could see it as a whole vision or kind of like a dance performance with art on their bodies.
Would you do something like that in Jacksonville?
I would, but you know what? I don't know. Sometimes I think about what other people would say and I shouldn't do that. And I know that's natural, but I have to stop doing that.
All right, well, so where can people find you if they want to get in touch with you?
You can find me at Facebook under Brittany Michelle, or Instagram at _HolySmokes, or Snapchat at Brittany Chiefin.
All right, and do you have anything coming up or that people need to know about or anything like that?
So let's see here. Hopefully this event is set and planned. I'm trying to have an event called Art, Soul, and Poetry.
Okay.
Hopefully the Soul Society will be featured in it. Shout out to them. Be expecting the flyers out in the next 2 months.
Okay.
All the invitations and everything.
All right, no doubt. Well,
Be looking for that.
No doubt. We appreciate you for sitting down and chopping it up with us for a minute and just sharing with us your thoughts.
No problem.